Hi, it's Brian McDonald, Square Jaw Media. I'm sitting here with Greg Ng,
Yes.
Chief Experience Officer.
That's correct.
At Brooksville Interactive, one of the leading marketing interactive agencies in not only in the Raleigh area, but I think nationwide.
Well, thank you.
So I asked Greg to sit down with me today. We're going to talk a little bit about Twitter. This is the first in a series of interviews I'm doing going beyond the basics, talking a little more advanced strategy, advanced tactics of how you manage your business as well as your own personal brand online. And today we're going to talk about Twitter.
Okay, let's do it.
So, Greg, you and I both have our own Twitter accounts,
Yes.
as well as our personal brands or hobby kind of accounts.
Yes.
And the first question I had is, how do you manage these multiple Twitter personalities? Well, one, without making it too confusing to the end user, but two, also that it's really kind of getting your message out the way you want it.
Well, I mean, I think from a tactical standpoint, you need a program like TweetDeck or something like that to keep things separate. But from a branding standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, it's difficult. You have to really define in your own head what are your boundaries and what are your goals from each thing. I have a separate Twitter account for my website, my web show, and engage my followers in a different way than those from my personal Twitter account. And sometimes there's overlap, but I think the most important thing is to remember your specific goals with each account. And then the other important thing is don't tweet without thinking.
Yes, yes.
Because it's very important to just pause 3 seconds, just wait 3 seconds, reread and say, yes, I selected the right account,
Yes.
and yes, I'm talking the right way.
I can wholeheartedly agree with you on the right account. I think another challenge is how to still come across as being genuine and not narcissistic when kind of retweeting yourself. So if you're retweeting freezer burns, what's your protocol? Do you like to, again, going back to your goals and strategy, is it that Greg's Twitter account's going to retweet freezer burns and freezer burns kind of comes out first?
Yes. And that took a while to evolve to that point, but yes, that's my protocol. If it's something freezer burns related that I think people who know me personally, let me put it to you this way, people who know me personally know that freezer burns is part of my personality, it's part of my output, right? So it's not entirely irrelevant for them to know when there's certain things I want to talk about with freezer burns. What I do as my own personal protocol is I tweet out through freezer burns and I retweet my freezer burns account from my personal account. It's for two reasons. One, so that those who just follow me in my personal account understand that yes, I do have a freezer burns account, so it's somewhat of a marketing thing. But two is that retweeting it acknowledges to my followers who follow me on both accounts, look, I understand you're following me on both accounts, I'm retweeting this, maybe you would like to too. At some point when it's a very specific, up to the minute type announcement, like I'm going live in 2 minutes, sometimes I do tweet out both at the same time, very rarely.
Otherwise, do you give it a little bit of space between the personal brand and your personal account, like maybe 15 minutes to kind of give it a little bit extra eyeballs?
Absolutely, absolutely. When I'm publishing a new review, I push out on my Freezer Burns Twitter account, and then I wait sometimes an hour or 2 hours to push out on my personal account.
All right, so one last question. We know that in social media, people want to communicate with individuals and not brands. Yet, you and I and others sometimes are speaking on the brand's account.
Sure.
So I've seen a lot of people where they might put their initials.
Yes.
But again, you have to have some background on the brand to know what GN or BM or whoever is. Is it better just to say, you know what, maybe we have the policy of, we're going to push out major announcements and stuff through the corporate brand and events, and then everything else really needs to go through the individuals, and maybe the corporate brand maybe retweets it?
It varies. If you have a small agency like ours, there should be a personality associated to it, but you don't necessarily need a a specific person behind it. But that's the type of content that we push out. If you're a big brand, I firmly believe in those initials. And not just putting the initials, but putting the initials and then in the bio, the Twitter bio, saying who those persons are and what are their individual Twitter accounts as well. So that you know, okay, GN equals Gregory Ng, and Gregory Ng tweets personally here as well. I'm a big fan of assigning the initials. I think that that level of personality and not hiding behind a logo is very important.
Yes, I agree. All right, Greg, well, I want to thank you for your time today, and hopefully this will be some great information for our viewers.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.